Age movement, ladies and gentlemen, came from the mysteries directly. It is what you might call an old-time religion. And the revival of it is, of course, being touted as a religion for a new age, but it has an old familiar ring, or should we say smell, to it, as in New World odor. The New Age, in fact, is not new at all. What is happening now and what is rearing its head as the New Age movement is nothing more or less than the exact same occult practices that reared its head in the 1930s during the Nazi Party's rise to power. In fact, they were responsible for that emergence of that particular New Age. And Hitler spoke of it quite often. It is, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, as old as humanity itself. Some might say as old as the Garden of Eden, where Satan brought about the fall of man. Now remember, they believe that this is a metaphor. It flowered at Babylon, bloomed in Egypt with the sun god Osiris and the moon goddess Isis, and it is alive today in the Hindu religion, other Eastern religions, and Western religions such as Unity, Christian Science, Unitarianism, New Thought, Spiritualism, and Mormonism. It also lives on in the lodges, dogma, and rites of Freemasonry and the other fraternal orders and secret societies. Now, make no mistake about this, I am not making judgments on any of this. I am a true constitutionist. I believe that you have the right to worship at the altar of your choice, the God of your choice, in this country, and for us all to have that freedom and not be persecuted because of our religion or any other one of a myriad of things in our personal lives. I'm willing to fight for that right. What I don't like about all of this, ladies and gentlemen, and the reason that I must reveal it and expose it, are the lies and deceptions that accompany it, that are destroying the very best things that humanity has ever wrought upon this earth, and the ultimate achievement of all of mankind, which was granting to the common man and woman freedom, the right to be a king and queen upon their own property. And until this nation was created, that had never happened before in the history of the entire world. So this is a ministry, to be sure, but it is a ministry of freedom, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm sure that very few Masons have realized that they were being initiated into an organization which, in spite of its recent public relations pronouncements to the contrary, considers itself the present-day embodiment of these mystery religions. But that this is the case is attested to by numerous New Agers and Masonic scholars, including Alice A. Bailey's husband Foster, a 33rd degree Freemason. And I have literally collected hundreds and hundreds of statements of writings in their own words admitting, and I quote, "Masonry is the descendant of, or is founded upon, a divinely imparted religion which long antedates the prime date of creation as given in our Bible. It is all that remains to us of the first world religion, which flourished in an antiquity so old that it is impossible to affix a date. It was the first unified world religion. To this, such symbols as the pyramids, both in Egypt and South America, bear witness. The ancient mysteries were temporary custodians of the ancient truth and closely allied to the Masonic work of today. The relation of the mysteries to Masonry has oft been recognized, and the golden thread of living continuity can be traced through them to modern Masonry. The mysteries are all parts of that ancient thread which has its origin in that primeval religion which terminates today in Freemasonry." That's from Foster Bailey, The Spirit of Masonry, Kent, England, Lucis Press Limited, 1957, pages 30 through 32. Masonry is regarded as the direct descendant, or as a survival of the mysteries of Isis and Osiris in Egypt. That's from Robert Freck Gould, History of Freemasonry, New York, 1884. Page 1, line 13. Quote, the signs, symbols, and inscriptions date from the Sumerian civilizations, Chaldea, Babylon, Assyria, Greece, Rome, and even in Mexico and Yucatan. Some rites of the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry of our mother jurisdiction have been taught in their esoteric rites. Henry C. Clausen, Messages for a Mission, The Supreme Council, 33rd Degree, Ancient and Accepted Freemasons' Mother Jurisdiction of the World, 1971, pages 5 through 7. Note that Clausen, it's page 5, chapter 5, page 7. Note that Clausen, when he was the highest Mason in the land, stated unequivocally that, quote, we teach the same grand truths, the same sublime philosophies, as those adepts of the ancient mysteries taught in their esoteric rites, end quote. The New Age movement and Freemasonry are the major vehicles Lucifer is using to bring about his externalized kingdom on earth, which will be a revival of the mystery religions of Babylon and other ancient nations. These occult doctrines of mystery of Babylon can be traced back, ladies and gentlemen, to the period after the flood, when Babylon's first king Nimrod and his queen Semiramis established the mystery religion that spread into Persia, Egypt, Greece, and other nations, which set up secret brotherhoods of initiated magicians and priests. They worshipped the sun and the moon as the universal principles of generation, and that is a metaphor. To the profane, they worshipped the sun and the moon. That's not the real meaning of those at all. The sun, in the esoteric realization, was the male or active principle, in effect the doctrine. And the moon, the female or passive principle, in effect the church. And these were symbolized by the sexual organs of the male and female and their sexual union. This pagan phallic worship was central to the universal religion practiced by virtually all mankind in ancient days, and indeed is practiced today. Go to any cemetery, ladies and gentlemen, you will see obelisks erected as tombstones on many of the grave sites. These are representations of the phallus. They represent the generative force, the force of the energy of the sun, the symbol of God's magnificence and power in the universe. As part of the initiation rites for their temple worship, all these nations celebrated a common mystery drama, perhaps with different names and stories, but with a similar plot. We're going to take a look at those in just a moment. Well, that strange noise you hear is the is the large CD disc changer trying to shift into low gear. These initiation rites, ladies and gentlemen, are important. The drama told about the death of an individual who in the beginning represented the sun, at the hands of three